How does a teenager from Taiwan, who barely spoke a word of English, become the sidekick to the biggest streamer on Earth and a global icon in less than 12 months? This is the story of Ray, known to the world as RayAsianBoy. In the high-speed world of digital fame, we've seen people blow up overnight, but Ray's ascent felt different. It felt like a glitch in the matrix, a pure, chaotic, and wholesome collision of two different worlds. In early 2026, Ray stands as a testament to the power of the IRL streaming era. He isn't just a guy who got lucky. He is a creator who mastered the art of the vibe. From the crowded night markets of Taipei to the red carpets of Los Angeles and the dangerous streets of the favelas in Brazil, Ray has become a bridge between Eastern and Western internet culture. But before the private jets and the millions of followers, Ray was just a fan in a crowd, waiting for a moment that would change the trajectory of his life forever. Today, we're tracing the full journey of Rotha Kid, who barked his way into the history books. Ray was born and raised in Taiwan, growing up in a culture that values discipline and traditional education. However, like many Gen Z kids, Ray's real education happened on the internet. He was a student of the WNL community, watching streamers like Kai Cenat and IShowSpeed from thousands of miles away. Despite the language barrier, the energy of the American streaming scene resonated with him. He saw a world where being loud, being funny, and being yourself was the ultimate currency back in Taiwan. Ray was a regular student, but he possessed a natural charisma that was waiting for a stage. He began dabbling in content, but the local scene was limited. He spent his nights watching the AMP crew, dreaming of a world he only saw through a blue light screen. He didn't have the fancy gear or the connections. He only had a phone and a personality that was too big for his hometown. Little did he know, his favorite creator was about to land in his backyard, setting the stage for the greatest fan-to-friend transition in internet history. The date was July 2023. Kai Cenat, the undisputed king of Twitch, announced an IRL stream in Taiwan. The streets were flooded, but among the thousands of fans, one stood out. Dressed in a simple tee and radiating pure main character energy, Ray approached Kai. He didn't just ask for a photo. He matched Kai's energy. He barked, he laughed, and he delivered the now iconic line, "God did." The chemistry was instantaneous. For the next several hours, Ray didn't just follow the stream. He became the stream. Viewers were mesmerized by this kid who could barely communicate in English, but understood the language of the internet perfectly. Kai, recognizing a rare spark, invited Ray to stick around. By the time the stream ended, the Ray memes had already begun. The Mafia community fell in love with him. Kai didn't just leave Taiwan with a good memory. He left with a new protege. Following the Taiwan stream, the internet demanded more. In a move that felt like a movie plot, Kai Cenat flew Ray out to the United States. This was the true beginning of RayAsianBoy. The culture shock was immense, but Ray handled it with a fearless comedy that made him a superstar. Whether he was reacting to American fast food, trying to navigate the AMP house, or interacting with legends like Duke Dennis and Phantom. Ray's fish out of water story was the most compelling content on the platform. Ray's rapid improvement in English became a running storyline. He was a sponge, picking up slang and comedic timing at a record pace. He launched his own channel, RayLevi, and quickly amassed millions of subscribers. He wasn't just Kai's friend anymore. He was a headliner. His individual streams, often featuring his chaotic adventures in New York or his travels back to Taiwan, proved that he had the it factor required to sustain a solo career. He became a symbol of the American dream for the digital age, showing that if you have the personality, the world is your audience. Asterisk success at 21 often brings a unique kind of pressure, and in late 2025, Ray's community was rocked by an announcement no one saw coming. After a brief hiatus that many assumed was for his mandatory military service in Taiwan, Ray returned to Twitch with a bombshell. He was retiring from streaming to become a dentist. He spoke with a straight face about opening a practice in Atlanta, even claiming that his close friend Phantom had promised him 1% of AMP's revenue as a safety net if the business failed. The internet went into a meltdown. News outlets picked up the story, and fans began mourning the loss of the juice on their feeds. However, as the dust settled in early 2026, it became clear that this was perhaps Ray's greatest troll to date, or at least a very public exploration of his own burnout. Whether it was an elaborate skit or a genuine moment of self-doubt, the dentist era became a meme in itself. It highlighted the reality of creator fatigue, but ultimately, it only made his return more explosive. He realized that while he could be anything he wanted, the energy of a live crowd and the mafia community was a pull too strong to ignore. He returned to the screen not just as a streamer, but as a strategist who understood that his brand was bigger than any single platform. Asterisk. As we move through the first quarter of 2026, Ray has transitioned from the little brother of the streaming world to an award-winning headliner. In a full-circle moment, Ray stood on the stage of the 2026 Streamer Awards, clutching a trophy that cemented his status as a titan of IRL content. He wasn't just the kid who met Kai anymore. He was a peer to the very legends he used to watch from a bedroom in Taipei. His content has shifted toward high-production events. From collaborating with Uncle Roger to cook the perfect fried rice, to training with professional soccer teams like La FC beyond the screen. 2026 has seen Ray's first major foray into the fashion world, with a rumored Adidas collaboration that bridges the gap between streetwear and digital culture. He is now a mogul, managing his own brand Rui and restocking merchandise that sells out in seconds. Even as he explores Qatar or films massive documentaries in the favelas of Brazil, the core of Ray remains unchanged. He still barks at the camera with the same joy he had at a 7-Eleven in Tokyo. And he still treats every stream like it's his first. He has successfully navigated the move from a viral glitch to a permanent fixture of global entertainment, proving that the world doesn't just watch Ray, it roots for him. Asterisk, the story of RayAsianBoy. is a reminder that life can change in a single second if you are brave enough to take the leap. He was a kid in a crowd who decided to bark, and that one moment of courage led him to the top of the world. He broke language barriers, cultural barriers, and the fourth wall of streaming, showing us that humor is universal. As of today, Ray stands as one of the most successful Asian creators in Western media history. He didn't change who he was to fit in. He made the world change to fit him. What is your favorite Ray moment? Was it the first meeting in Taiwan, his first trip to the Amp House, or his chaotic travels with Speed? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and subscribe as we continue to tell the stories of the people who are defining the future of entertainment. Until next time, stay legendary.